So, you're an accountant. You've got the skills, the experience, you're a pro. But maybe, just maybe, you're a little tired of that traditional office grind. Well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to talk about how to take those skills and get the freedom and flexibility of working remotely.
But that's the big question, isn't it? Knowing you want a remote job is the easy part. The real trick is figuring out where to find legitimate, high-quality remote accounting jobs. And that is exactly what we're going to break down today. Here's our game plan. We've got a clear roadmap for you, broken down into 3 key areas. First, we'll look at specialized virtual firms that are built for remote work from the ground up. Then, we'll dive into the massive global job platforms. And finally, we're even going to look at the major accounting giants who are now getting in on the remote work game. So let's start with the specialists. Okay, first up, companies that were basically born remote. These are the virtual specialists. And honestly, for any of you US-based pros out there, this is a fantastic place to begin your search. Kicking off our list is a real heavy hitter in this space, Bench. They've built up a huge reputation as America's largest professional bookkeeping service for small businesses, which makes them a major player, especially if you're interested in the startup world. So what's on offer at Bench? Well, they're focused on hiring across the USA and Canada. And what's really cool is the career path you can see here. They have roles from entry-level bookkeepers and tax coordinators all the way up to senior tax advisors. That means there's a real path for growth. And here's a little pro tip for you. When you go to their site, don't look for the careers link up top like you normally would. You actually have to scroll all the way down to the footer at the very bottom of the page to find their We're Hiring link. It's a small thing, but it'll save you a headache. Next on the list is accountingdepartment.com. I mean, the name pretty much says it all, right? They're laser-focused on accounting, and they make a big point of having a team that is 100% based in the US. Now, this is a really crucial detail. They don't hire freelancers. They hire full-time, remote employees who have to be based in the US. And why does that matter? Because they also offer company benefits, which is a huge plus in the remote world. Also, heads up, you'll want to be familiar with NetSuite and QuickBooks. Okay, let's talk about BookMinders. This company has been in the game for a while, over 25 years, and their real specialty is offering flexible, part-time work. So this setup is pretty much perfect if you're a professional who isn't looking for that 40-hour-week grind. But there's a catch. Your eligibility is tied to where you live. You've got to be a resident in specific metro areas like Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, or Baltimore. So it's fantastic flexibility with a bit of a geographic string attached. All right, let's zoom out a little and broaden our search. Section 2 is all about the big global platforms. If you're looking for international gigs, freelance work, or just a massive number of job listings, this is where you want to be. I mean, when you think of global freelance platforms, one name probably pops into your head right away, Upwork. It's one of the biggest marketplaces on the planet, and accounting is a huge, huge category on their site. And just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, right now, there are over 4,700 accounting jobs listed on the platform. That is a massive pool of opportunities, stretching across pretty much every country and experience level you can think of. Now, here's a quick but really important distinction to understand. Upwork is a job board model. You see a job a client posted and you bid on it. On a platform like Fiverr, it's the total opposite. It's a service marketplace. You create a profile listing your services, and the clients come looking for you. Knowing which style fits you better is absolutely key. Our next platform is FlexJobs, and their whole mission, their entire reason for existing, is to cut through all the noise and junk you find on job sites. Every single listing they have is hand-screened by an actual person to make sure it's legit, professional, and genuinely remote. And what's the result of all that hard work? Well, just look at that number. Over 9,300 verified accounting jobs. That means you spend a lot less time worrying about scams and a lot more time applying to really good positions. It is a subscription service, but you can usually find a trial to see if it's a worthwhile investment for you. And of course, we have to talk about a behemoth like Indeed. Now, the key to winning on Indeed isn't just volume, it's about being precise. Don't just type accounting in the search bar. You need to use the exact phrase accounting remote to filter out all the noise and really hone in on the roles that are truly work from home. Okay, for our final section, we are heading into the big leagues. You might think of the major accounting firms as these old-school, traditional, office-based institutions. But believe me, the landscape is changing, and it's changing fast. Even these giants are going remote. Let's start with Grant Thornton. They are a huge name in the industry.
and they are now explicitly offering both remote-friendly and fully 100% remote jobs for their US-based positions.
So, how do you find them? It's a super simple 3-step process right on their website. You go to their career page, you click on Job Search, and in that search field, you just type the magic word remote. That'll filter everything down and show you all the available remote positions they have. And finally, the one I know a lot of you have been waiting for, PwC, one of the big four. It's genuinely exciting to see a company of this size and influence making such a monumental shift toward remote work. It's a real game changer.
And this isn't some temporary policy or a small pilot program. PwC went on the record and announced that its entire 40,000-person U.S. workforce can now work remotely indefinitely. When a company like PwC makes a move like this, it's not just a trend, it signals a permanent, industry-wide transformation.
So, what's the big takeaway here? It's that the search for a remote accounting job has never, ever looked better. It doesn't matter if you're aiming for a small 100% virtual farm, a global freelance site, or even one of the biggest names in the business. Remote work is officially the new standard, not the exception.
And this massive shift really leaves us with a powerful question to think about. Now that the traditional office is officially optional, what does that mean for the future of the accounting profession itself? Something to chew on. Thanks for joining this explainer.